name is Julius Kabanda. Yes. The beauty is, whatever I am discussing, I have experienced. Give me a two. I'm not discussing. I'm not discussing a smart contract. I'm not discussing rules. I'm discussing personal experience. Hey, how many like that? You know, there is a difference between someone who is talking about the new rules and someone who has experienced the new rules. Those two people are very different. So the person who's going to present to you today is going to present your personal experience. And I want everybody to just understand. I know all of you don't understand at the same levels. Some slowly, slowly, others medium, others faster, others slowly, slowly. And me, I'm patient with all of you. I have no issue. But there are basics we need it first understand. Are we ready? Give me a three if you are ready. All right. Give me a three if you are ready. All of you are most welcome. All of you are most welcome. Feel at home. 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 There are a few basics that I'm going to discuss, and I want everybody to listen to me. Okay? And follow closely, follow very, very closely. Make sure you you are not being disturbed by your neighbor because I'm starting. Yes, make sure you are not being disturbed by what? By your neighbor because I'm starting. So I'm gonna start like this. Uh, okay. Who's the host of this meeting? Oh, this one is the host. Okay. These meetings are already streaming live. There is no problem. Okay. Okay. Now, number one, none of your profits, none of your profits from the previous contract have been moved to the new contract. Give me a two if that is clear. None of your profits from the previous contract has been brought to the new contract. Now I'm going to the second point. Point number two. What you see as pending collection, let me share my screen so that people understand these things. Let's go. Hey, baby. How are you, my daughter? Wow. Ani yakugulidde mukwano. Mami, ogenda mugamba thank you. So now I'm teaching. Ndi mukusomesa. Kuba okimanyi taata wo musomesa, sikyo? Okay. So none of your profits moved from the previous contract to the new contract. Here we have three things. Number one, we have the staking amount. When they were transferring this data from the old contract to the new contract, all our staking amount is accurate. Is there anybody who says that your capital is not accurate? You had staked $500 and you are seeing $100? Is there anyone? Is there anyone? Genda kambe baba kwambazi. Nze ngira nsomesa. Is there anyone? Nafe gatoka tone. Is there anyone? So our staking amounts are accurate. What is not accurate? Our staking days and dates. So the date and the days are not accurate. What is not accurate? The pending collection is not accurate. But this is what I believe they applied. Number one, if you had claimed any amount, sorry guys. So your staking amount is accurate. Is there anyone whose capital is not accurate? Let me know in the chat. Is there anyone who says, I had staked $200, but I see $50? Is there anyone? If all your capital is accurate, give me one in the chat. Your staking amount. Your capital is accurate. The money you brought in the business is as it was from the previous contract. Now, what is not accurate is the pending collection, because the pending collection was selected randomly. Is the message home? The pending collection was selected randomly. Accounts that had just started staking, they were given a big amount of money. So if you had started staking, they give you a big amount of money. For example, you see this account had just started staking. Okay? Accounts that had maybe finished their staking period were returned to zero. So you see my pending collection is $321. This is the total amount of money I'm going to receive until my 30 days get done. So my pending collection is not going to increase. If that is clear, give me a 2 in the chat. My pending collection is not going to increase. If you have $30, it will remain $30. If you have $20, it's going to remain $20. It was randomly selected. There is some were given more, some were given less. Is the message clear? Some were given more, some were given less. Is the message clear? But your capital was accurate. Is this very good? No. Is this very bad? Yes. Does it bring pain to some investors? Yes, it does. But let me look at the benefit. Whoever was given less days and money, for example, I am one of the culprits. I was given $20. What happened? I had to claim $1,020. On this, I was charged 3.5%, meaning that when I claimed my $1,020, I had to add on $15 so that I get my stake running over again. Those of you who were given less days, you will find that you are not profitable. Those that were given more days, for example, this account I have opened here, you will need to wait for 30 days to end more money, longer period of waiting. Less money, less period of waiting. Is my message clear? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. If you got less money, you are going to wait for a short period. If you got more money, you are going to wait for a longer period. You find that if they gave you $50, maybe you have 26 days. It means that in the next 4 days, your contract will end. If you have 300 and above, like me, I need to wait for maybe 24 days or 29 days or 27 days. Is the message clear? If you have less pending collection, if your pending collection is small, your waiting period is short. If your pending collection is big, you have $260, you have $300, you have $200, you will wait for more days for your contract to end. But during that time, you will not earn any more money. Bye. Is the message home? Is my message clear? So understand that if you have $20, $30, your days are more. Maybe you are 26, maybe you are 27, maybe you are somewhere. If you have more money on your pending collection, you will wait for a longer period of time. To me, I believe that is fair. If you are like me and you say that is fair, give me a yes in the chat. More money, more waiting time. Less money, less waiting time, but you invest in more. It is fair. It is fair. Like I have $321, it is going to remain like this. It will not increase. In short, what is pending collection? For those of you who take long to get me, what is pending collection? Pending collection is the total amount of money I will get from now until 30 days end. Give me a one if the message is clear. Pending collection is the total amount of money I will get from now until my 30 days end. Meaning from now until my 30 days end, my pending collection will remain $321. Is that clear? Is it clear now? So do not expect more money. Can we go to the next query of the day? Can we continue now? Now, question number 2. What happens when your contract ends in? Let me change to my other wallet. Maybe I needed to ask my wife to send me a screenshot of my wallet. But okay, let's go. This is what happens when your 30 days end. And this has already happened to me. It is not in theories. Okay? All of you can see that I am already on one day. My 30 days ended and I am on wheel one, meaning that I claimed my profits yesterday. And you see that I have already earned $10. I have already earned 1.5. I have already earned $10. I have already earned $10. I have already earned $5. I have already earned 2.5. I have already earned $10. I have already earned $1. And my new stake for yesterday, I haven't earned anything. Why? Because I staked it at night. So it means that, sorry, today I staked it before I will finish this Zoom. You will see that because I did this yesterday, I will earn $1 on my $100 staking before I finish this Zoom. So when your 30 days end, you will see the word redeem. And you can see when you tap on the word redeemed, you can see that yesterday I redeemed all these. This had ended, I redeemed 1,000. This also ended, I redeemed 100. This also ended, I redeemed 150. This also had ended, I redeemed 1,000. This also had ended, I removed 1,000. It means yesterday I redeemed 80 times, and all these had ended in 30 days. So those of you who are asking me, what does redeem mean? It will be what you have done in the past. So yes, the other day I redeemed all my money. Now what does expired mean? When these 30 days end, if you don't in it, is also clear. Is that also clear? Let me know in chat. Get if that is clear. No, in 3 days. Clear. Let me know in the chat. UCC. I repeat. Okay. But you guys of UCC, can you return the wire? These guys. Okay, let me repeat. Let me repeat. Are we ready? Let me repeat. When your 30 days end, I hope everybody is following. When your 30 days end, you need to redeem. When your 30 days end, you need to redeem. If you don't redeem, in 3 days, you will lose both your capital and your profit. Is that statement clear? Give me a one if the statement is clear, then we go practical. If your 30 days end, you need to redeem in 3 days. And I'm going to explain why they did it like that. If your 30 days end, you need to redeem in 3 days. If you don't redeem, you lose your capital and your profit. Is that clear? And it is in the smart contract. It is not that there is anybody who will touch any button. It is in the smart contract. If you don't redeem in 3 days, you will lose both your profit and your capital. And I will explain. So you see, when your 30 days end, the system here on staking will bring you the word redeem. I have already redeemed. And once it gives you the word redeem, these are the procedures. Number one, in your wallet here in USDT, if you are going to redeem, let me say I have, for example, the other account, I have $1,321. If I want to redeem this money, I will multiply this by 3.5%. It means I need around $47. I will deposit $47 in USDT here. $47. Because me, I've already done this thing. These were 8 transactions. I did 8 transactions yesterday. You see, I did 8. So what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, you need to deposit $47 in USDT. When you will tap redeem, what will happen is that your capital will automatically reinvest itself. Your profit will go in your wallet. So look at the capital. For example, if I want to create, if my 30 days had ended and I have 1,010, I will go to a calculator, say I have $1,010 times 3.5%, I get $35. It means that I will need close to $36 in my wallet to claim $1,010. Is that clear? Let me know in the chat. Is that clear? Let me know in the chat. Is that clear? Let me know in the chat. So you don't need new capital. I don't know if people understand me. In the presentation, you see me, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher by blood. I'm not a teacher by profession. I'm a teacher by blood. In the presentation, it is hard for people to interpret this much more easier. Let me explain. Because I saw people were getting tough. In the presentation, it is stated like this. I don't know if my screen is clear. Let me come back and share screen. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. It is very hard for people to understand the presentation. But in the presentation, it is stating like this. Reinvestment amount must be equal. Reinvestment amount must be greater or equal to the previous amount. And it says that before we withdraw, reinvest the principal. It does not say that before we withdraw, put new capital in your wallet. Give me one if you understand that. It is reinvest the principal, and to reinvest the principal, there is a turbo feature in the smart contract. And in the turbo feature, if you put the 3.5%, in your wallet, you will be able to reinvest your capital and your profit sits in your wallet. But if you don't put the 3.5%, it will not work. Is that clear? Let me know in the chat. Is that clear? Now there is a question in the chat. There is a question in the chat. There is a question in the chat. What if the smart contract is under maintenance? This one, let me switch on my camera. Someone says, what if the smart contract is under maintenance? Guys, let me educate you. Once a smart contract is created, can you hear me? Am I loud and clear? Because some of you, when you type these messages on international platforms, you will look primitive. You will look primitive. I want to make sure I'm loud and clear because sometimes, because of lack of information, you will type something on an international platform and people will say, hey, is this one okay? What is a smart contract? What is a smart contract? You need to understand what you are discussing in the chat. You know, this is blockchain. This is not a return on investment-based opportunity, although we are getting a return. What is a smart contract? A smart contract is a rule written on a blockchain that is not being run by anyone. Is the message home? So nobody will maintain the smart contract. That's why even Aura Foundation could not change the previous contract. Does that make sense? Give me one if it does. They could not change anything in the previous contract. Once created, nothing can be changed. So there is no maintenance on the contract. Once the rules are entered in the blockchain, they cannot be changed. So there is nothing to do with whether you are positive or whether you are negative. The rules are written on the blockchain and crypto doesn't close. Give me a two. Crypto doesn't close 24 hours, 7 days. That's why even if you stake in the midnight, you will get your profits in the midnight. There is no time zone. That's why if you don't claim your profits, it is a rule in the code. Does that make sense? Give me one now. It is a rule that, my friend, here is the instruction. If Peter doesn't take their money, in 72 hours, they lose it. You will have nowhere to report. Am I clear? Am I clear? Am I clear? Before I go to other questions, we shall teach with time. We shall teach with time. Am I clear before I go to other questions? So those are their rules on the chain. They cannot be changed. That's why even Aura, when they tried to stop the 1 day and the 7 days staking, they failed. They changed it on the app, but people still continued transacting on the blockchain. Is the message home? Now back to the 3.5%. If I lose money, I'll report to you. I have no help. I have no help. What if you are in the village where there is no network? Find where there is network. Get serious with your own business. You see, when internet failed in Uganda, I went to Tanzania. Yes. When internet was switched off totally in Uganda, I went to Tanzania. You people play with business. They switched off data in Uganda. Me, I went to Tanzania. And I still continued with my internet businesses. And people ask me, how are you online? My friend, I'm in Tanzania. Me, I went to Tanzania. Ugandans went offline. I continued with my business. My friend, find a way. Stop these small cries. I have invested over $5,000 in the business. Then internet goes off in Uganda. I go to another country. I drove to another country. I stayed online. The rest was none of my business. Even if they switch it off again, I go to another country. I don't be there, because my business doesn't need my presence in Uganda to be running. Give me one if you understand. So if there is no internet in Masaka, go to another area because my business is online. I go where there is internet. If they make it hard for crypto in Uganda, I shift to Zambia. I go to Dubai, I shift. Because when I shift with my business. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? So this is thinking, what if my village, what if... Just get serious. Just get serious. You are doing an online business which requires internet provision. If in your area there is no internet, go to another area. Stop crying. Yes. And Mundia, my brother inboxed me. We haven't done business. We need to talk, my brother Mundia from Zambia. So my main point, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have personally done my work to make sure that nobody loses their capital. Could you give me some love hearts? The last close to 1 week was not easy. It was very emotional. People have invested close to over 850,000 US dollars. And I did my part to make sure that nobody in our community lose their capital. And I want to give you assurance that you will be able to withdraw your capital. You will be able to withdraw your capital in the next 3 months. But this one I have answered. This one, the contract going into maintenance, that can never happen. Now, when you redeem and you have more USDT in your wallet, if your contract was $100 and you want to turn it to 500, it is possible. You must have the 400 in your wallet. Is the message home? Give me a 2. Someone asked that. If I had 100 and I want to turn it to 500, yes, it is possible. Instead of you typing in 100, you can type in 500. It will work. But you cannot say you had 500 and you want to reduce it to 100. Give me one if that is also clear. If you had 500, you cannot reduce it to 100. It should be equal or greater. Simple as that. Now, do we have more questions? Because me who staked yesterday, I have already started to enjoy. Me who staked yesterday, I have already started to enjoy. You see? Okay, someone is telling me. I explain. Okay. Now, can we go to how the business generates the money it pays us? Can we now get to how the business generates the money it pays us? Give me a yes in the chat if we get to that. Because people asking, how does the business generate the money it pays us? Can we get to that? So these other questions, quanta, me, I'm done. Those who have not understood, we meet in heaven if we shall get there. Kindly clarify this. If your capital at the end will we still add more money? No. You add more money for what? CJ, what's wrong? Guys, would do if you have your capital at the end, will you still add more money to get the capital? Add more money for what? When the 3 times end, you will the table of reinvesting your capital back will end. It is in the smart contract. You will be able to take away your capital. Is that clear? You are asking the same question. I'm answering you. You are still asking the same question. I'm answering you. You're still typing. What's wrong with some of you? What's the problem? After 3 months, every month you will be getting back your profits. If you want to return them into your business, it is your own wish. Oh, if you will be, whenever you will be claiming your capital and your profit, you will need the 3.5%. Give me one if that is clear. But after 3 months, you will still need the 3.5% on your wallet to be able to claim your profits and your capital. But this time around, your capital will not go back in the system. Only your capital and the remaining profits will come back to your wallet. Give me a yes if that is clear. Give me a yes if that is clear. Your 3 months end, you will still need the 3.5% in your wallet. My question is, if I get the capital at the end of 3 months, do I still opportunity to start the business again, or it is only for 3 months? The opportunity will be there. It is your personal decision. What if I'm depositing new capital? I also need a 3.5%. You only need a 3.5% when you are claiming. You don't need a 3.5%. when you are staking. Guys, don't get confused. You only need when you are claiming your profits and your capital. You don't need it when you are staking. Can we continue? I want to use the remaining 30 minutes to explain where does the business get the money it pays us. Okay. All right. Number one, let's get into their slide. Okay. Let's get into their slide. Okay. Just a minute. All right. Let's look here. Where does the business get the money it pays us? Number one, 3.5% purchase and sell tax. When you are purchasing to join the business, you are charged 3.5%. When you are selling or you are claiming your profits, you are also charged 3.5%, meaning that whenever people are joining the business, they are charged 3.5%, and whenever people are leaving the business, they are charged 3.5%. Give me a two if that is clear. That is the first source of profits. Give me a two if that is clear. That is the first source of profits. So whenever people are joining the business, I'm going to show it to you on the blockchain. They are charged 3.5%. Whenever people are leaving the business by claiming their capital and their profit, they are charged 3.5%. Where does this money go? The money goes to the smart contract and it is distributed depending on your time of stake and the amount you have staked. Give me a one if that is clear. The profit is collected by the smart contract, I'm going to show you, and distributed depending on the time you staked and the amount you staked. Let me show you that now. Okay. We are going to pick an example. This is the new contract of Aura. Okay, so let's dig deep into this contract. Okay. Now, what you see, these are buys and sells happening. But we are going to tap here on pools. And what you see, these are people who are staking. Okay, these are people who are staking. Okay, these are people who are staking. These are people who are staking. Back to the pools. Let me just get back here. Okay, this is the liquidity pool. These are the wallets that are holding the tokens in the liquidity pool. And all these we are going to explain. Okay, let me go back. Okay, now these are people staking. Can we start understanding what happens when people stake? Are we ready for that? Are we ready for that? Give me a two if you are ready. It's very technical. I need to make sure that everybody is following. Give me a two if you are ready. What happens when people stake? Okay. Now let's pick this example. 8 minutes ago, this person brought in $290. $290. So when they brought in $290, $290 divided by 2. Do you see? It means that 145 was put in USDT and $145 was used to buy Aura tokens. Is that clear? Let me show it to you here. Do you see 145 in USDT and 1,789 in Oradao? If that is clear, give me a 2 in the chat. So when you bring your money, it is divided into 2. Give me a 1. Give me a 1 so that I don't get confused. Give me a 1. So you bring $290. 140 is put in USDT. $140 is used to buy Oradao tokens. Let's dig deep. What happens? Everything is happening here onto the blockchain. Now let's dig deep. This is what happened. This is what happened. What happens between the Pancake Swap and the Binance Smart Chain Network. Okay? The money came from this wallet, this one, and it interacted with this contract. It means that the rules on how your money moves, some in USDT and some in the rules written in these codes here. Give me a 3 if that is clear. You bring your money, and your money interacts with the rules. And here are the rules. The rules start from here. Once your money interacted with this contract, the contract transferred this money to the Pancake Swap. And once it transferred this money to the Pancake Swap, it bought Aura tokens. Are we able to follow? Are we able to follow? Now, once Aura tokens were bought to the Pancake Swap, they were sent back to the smart contract. And once they were sent back to the smart contract, then from the Pancake Swap to the smart contract, Aura tokens were burnt. And once the Aura tokens were bought, once the Aura tokens were bought, do you see these charges, guys? Do you see these charges? Do you see $1.5, $4.6, $4.6? Do you see this? $1.5 for now. Charges are happening. Charges are happening. But sometimes when they buy this token, sometimes it goes in profit and it generates more money. Do you see? Guys, do you see charges? Do you see the charges? I don't know. Now, this money that is being charged will be distributed, will be held by the interacting contract, and it will be distributed depending. And after this money is collected from the Pancake Swap, it is now returned to the interacting contract. A liquidity pool token is developed. A liquidity pool token is developed. And once the liquidity pool token is developed here, it is sent to a null wallet. This one here, it is a cake liquidity pool token. This is the cake liquidity pool token. It means that the person who brought this money would have got this token, the liquidity pool token, and the liquidity pool token is burnt. I think I moved it to another area. I got into transfers. Let me go back. How many have understood? So, in short, ladies and gentlemen, this is the liquidity pool token. In short, ladies and gentlemen, the liquidity pool token is burnt. once it would be yours in your wallet, but it is bad. In short, also, ladies and gentlemen, when you come into the business like this guy that has come in, automatically the smart contract, as it is running this transaction, I don't know why I keep, as it is running these transactions here, there is profits that are generated when you are just starting. So the 3.5% is charged directly when you are just starting the business. This is what sits here. This is what sits here. So 3.5 purchase tax and 3.5 sale tax. So how is this money distributed? 1.5% is for community, distributing the money. 1.5% for marketing. 0.5 for buying Oracle tokens. Now, can I explain the 25%? Can I explain the 25%? Where does the 25% come from? Can I explain now the 25%? Where does the 25% come from? Can I explain? Okay. Now, let's get to the 25%. I'll use my wallet. Okay. Look here. Remember, okay. Now here, I will choose my personal position. Look here, guys. When I buy this token, listen to me very well. When I entered this business, when I entered the Aura DAO as a business, when I entered the Aura DAO, focus here on the Aura DAO, focus here. When I entered this token, I bought at a certain price. For example, let me say I bought around here. I don't know. I bought around here on this second candle. And then people invest and invest and invest and invest, and the coin goes higher. How many have understood that? I don't know if you guys you are understanding me, but let me try. Let me go to buy. I came here and I buy Aura tokens. You remember, I am buying them at a certain price. Maybe it was at 0.7. Do you understand? Then it goes at 0.8194. Meaning that, for example, let me go to a calculator so that you guys understand. I invest in $5,000. I bought this price when it is 0.7, and it goes up to 0. Let me say 89. How many are still understanding? If I happen to sell, when I come to claim, remember, no, this is what happens when you come to claim. Let me first explain what happens. When you come to claim, this is what the smart contract does. Do you see this guy who has sold? Do you see this sale here? Do you see this sale here? This sale. When this person decides to sell, meaning the 50% of the Oracle DAO that were bought are sold first. The Oracle DAO are sold. If they are sold in profit, 25% will be charged. For example, guys, if I entered the business when the coin is here and it shoots 25% in profit, that charge will go to the smart contract. So when I claim, remember, every day the smart contract has been paying me 10%. Sorry, 1%. But when I claim when I'm in profit, that's what this rule says here. Let me repeat it for you here. A profit tax. When I'm in profit, I bought Aura at a certain price, then Aura continued going up because more people are staking. Because remember, for me, when I staked from here, for you, when you are coming tomorrow, you will stake when the price is here. How many are following? Another person will come the other day when the price is here. Another person will come the other day when the price is here. So me, when I'm claiming, but all this is profit, but all this profit is not given to me. What do they give me? They return me my capital as it was. If I brought in $1,000, they return me $1,000. But this $1,000 has made a 25%. It means that by the time I pick $1,000, it could be 1,250. This 250 goes to the smart contract, but me, they pay me 1,000. So the smart contract continuously has money that is flowing from different people. Does that make sense? Who are getting out of the contract at different times. You needed to be understanding. Is the message home? I told you this is more technical. If you don't listen very well, you might end up not understanding. So, by the time I come to pick my capital, if that wallet, the word is if that wallet is in profit, it means that if we all come with a consensus of having many people in the business can be sustainable. Give me a one if you understand. If we all come up with a consensus and we bring more, no, it is not 25% of the 250. It is 25% from when you joined. If you stake today and the coin continues in profit, it means that that profit of your investment is not given to you, it is given to the smart contract. Is the message home? Someone leadership throw more light. Every time we stake, 50% is used to buy Aura tokens. These Aura tokens get banned. Will it reach a time when the 21 million is simply banned? I doubt. Banning takes time. They don't ban the Aura DAO tokens. No, they ban the liquidity pool token. Let me explain back a liquidity pool token. Let me explain a liquidity pool token. They don't they don't ban Oracle tokens. They ban a liquidity pool token. For example, let's get in here in the previous contract. Let's go into pools. You see, this guy is a liquidity pool token, is a liquidity provider. He has provided liquidity pool on Pancake on Uniswap, $455 of Aura and 1,533 in USDT. Listen to me. What he has in his wallet, he has what we call a liquidity pool token of Uniswap. Meaning, if he needs his Aura tokens and USDT, He provides the liquidity pool token. When he provides the liquidity pool token, he takes away the liquidity. Now, what do they do? Versa versa. Here in this contract, when you bring your money, you would get a liquidity pool token. You see, when you bring your money, you would get a liquidity pool token like other guys would get. But this liquidity pool token is banned. Do you see this when we go to liquidity pool token details? The people who have the liquidity pool tokens, the people who can go and take away the money from the liquidity pool, there are four. Number one, 59.21% has 5.32 million. Those are the liquidity pool tokens that they are on a dead wallet, meaning they are being banned. So when we stake, we would have liquidity pool tokens in our wallet, but those liquidity pool tokens are dead, they are banned. Number two is 40.79%. It is the interacting contract. We can even pick it up and find out who is this. Who is this address? It is the address that interacts, you see, with the business. There is a transfer. It does the business. It has the rules that do the business. There is a transfer out. There is a transfer in. There is adding of liquidity. There is approval. It is the interacting contract. That's what they presented you here. Let me go back here on the slide. They told you, let's go back here. Now I'm a little bit trying to go technical, but I hope contract. There is also an interacting contract. When you go back to their slides here, I hope I'm still on point because sometimes a lot of questions make you forget. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. This is what they talk about here. Okay. Do you see the 18 million is in a liquidity pool token and the 3 million is in interacting, trying to talk about that this is dead. Whatever liquidity pool token created is dead. But these, the 3.6 that is here, it is the one keeping the business running. Is the message home? Is the message home? Does it mean when I stake 1,000 USDT, I'm only charged 3.5%? I don't understand your question. You need to have been following from the start. So that's how our profits are generated. What are you supposed to do? If you are interested in the business and you want the business to continue, you share the business with more people. When you share the business with more people, what happens? When you share business with more people, what happens? The smart contract makes a more 25%. In the previous contract, when people would claim, they would run with everything. In the new contract, people's money go back in the business. So if we have more people in the business becomes sustainable. If we have less people in the business becomes unsustainable. Is the message clear? Is the message clear? If we have more people in the business becomes sustainable. If we have less people in the business becomes unsustainable. That's why you need to manage your risk. If you participate in the business and make the business happen more, then the business gets sustainable. If it doesn't happen, the business doesn't become sustainable. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? The other third holder has no money, has no tokens, has no money, has very little volume that has nothing that it can do. Someone says, let's see the earning of your stake you made yesterday. Yeah. Mm, let me share my screen. I believe by now I should be paid. Guys, you see, I staked this at 11:23:56 and I've received my $1. Mm. I staked this during the training, so I have already earned my $1. When my 30 days end, I'll claim my capital and my profit. My capital will automatically go in, my profit will get to my wallet. But before I claim, I'll need to have the 3.5% of that. Is it okay? I did that stake yesterday. We have talked about the 3.5% and the 25%. What about the 45% you promised us? What did I promise? Did I promise to talk about the 45%? Oh, maybe in the rules, there is this rule. There is this rule, this rule, this rule. This rule is simple. If all the above mechanisms do not work, and the liquidity pool, this liquidity pool, in the next maybe 5 or 10 days, where are you? Let me check the liquidity pool. Okay, this is the liquidity pool. So far now, it has around $2 million. Let's check the liquidity pool together. The pool. The pool has 2.1 million. You can be able to see it here. So if this liquidity pool hits a new all-time high, let me say of 10 million, this is what the rule says. It hits a new all-time high of 10 million. And it goes down 45%, which is 4.5 million. Automatically, the pool safety valve will be triggered. All interests will be put at end. All interests you will not be able to earn. On your capital will be changed from being released at the end of the month to give you 0.3% of that. Meaning if you have staked $1,000, instead of the contract giving you your 1,000 at the end of the cycle, it will start giving you $3 every day. And those $3 can be withdrawn anytime. These are rules in the contract. When the liquidity pool surpasses the previous historical high, restoring of the original interest will happen. They will now start paying you back your 1%. The unreleased principal balance, the capital that is there that has not been released, its interest calculations will resume. And those eligible for reinvestments will continue. It will get back to normal. That is also meant to protect the liquidity pool. Is it clear? Is it clear? When the contract is due and you don't withdraw, you lose. But how many of you here say you will forget your money to lose it? For me, that is laziness of business. For me, that is laziness of business. Me, I cannot lose my money. I even check it before the days end. What about when it ends? If I stake $1,000 and at the end of the month, I claim my profit, can I increase it to 150? No. You must have the $50 in your wallet before you claim. You must have the $50 you want to add. Because when you claim, when you tap on redeem, the capital will automatically get back to the system. So if you want to increase it, that money you want to increase must be on your wallet. Is the message home? Because when you redeem, you are redeeming both your capital and your profit. But your capital, as you tap on the word redeem, it will automatically get back. So you increase it when you have that extra capital in your wallet. But you cannot redeem the capital and the profit. Then the profit gets in your wallet faster than the capital. Leader, you say 3.5 is charged on both capital and profits. Then the 25 profits I have earned, it is not earned by you. It is earned by the smart contract and distributed to different people according to their staking periods. I have $85 pending. If the months end, I will claim 85 or I will find more than that. It will be 85. It will not increase. What is pending collection? Pending collection is the total amount of money you will earn at the end of your contract in the remaining days you have. Any more questions? Any more questions? Is everything clear? If you're okay and clear, give me one in the chat. If you are now okay and clear, give me one in the chat. If you're okay and clear now, give me one in the chat. If you're okay and clear, give me one in the chat. All right, guys. Some of you have not understood. I encourage you to, is the direct and indirect reward still available? Yes, we still earn money when people claim. Let me share my screen. I haven't checked of late, but let me check. Do we earn when, let's see. I haven't checked of late. Yeah. It is still little, but it will grow. Are you able to claim your profits? These are $6. And just to get back to my wallet, I have $6. So let's claim these $6 and see whether it is claimable. Let me put in my password. Success 6.5. Let me refresh. Alright. people complain, but these are usually network issues. My network is not good. It is slow. I think you can see the contract has released my $6.5 with zero charge. See, some of you usually get these tokens. Please don't add these tokens to your wallets. Okay? You'll get scammed. Clear them off. Let them run away. Okay? Clear them off. Let them run away. You can also clear malwares. You can tap on more or raise. Then you come to approval detector, and you can always come and clear malwares. It's usually a challenge in DeFi. Then you confirm, because this is, so you want to find malwares. These are several here. You cancel, you revoke approval, you put in your password. You cancel, you revoke approval, you put in your password. I'll do it later at my own time. You cancel, you revoke, you put in your password. Always make sure that you clear malwares. You tap on more, approval detector, more approval detector. All right. Okay. You want to check the contract. We could copy the contract address. You can also tap on more, check token. Then you change this from Ethereum to BNB, paste the token contract address. Now, many people confuse. This is a contract address for the token. And here it is called, the token symbol is Oracle DAO. The project is Oracle DAO. The contract is this. The contract owner is renounced. The creator of the contract is still here. This is the creator of the contract. People confuse these. Now, these six worries, I needed to educate. We are checking the token. We are not checking the contract. How many of you differentiate the two? So the token has businesses attached to it. Like trading can be suspended. If you don't claim, you lose. Whitelisting is avoiding any other third party interact with the contract. It has a trading cool time. Oh, this we can explain. Token owners. The token owners we can check. Number one is a contract. Number two is an address. Number three is a contract. Number four is a contract. Maybe we can go ahead and find out what is CS5. Let's go back to the announcement. Where is it? But now this is too much. I will get mad. This is too much, but I can find out because I'm tired. So I can find out and answer later. I'll just take a screenshot and I'll get back here to this guy. He's one of the people who is not the owner, but he's one of the marketeers of the project. Number two on the LP. It's all about understanding. So I'll find out, maybe provide an answer. Okay. All right. Um, when was the project started? I think that doesn't matter. Even if it started last month, but the project is new, I think, a few months ago. This current contract, I think yesterday. My network breaks. I'm sorry to repeat the question. Is it possible to increase capital? Yes, you can. Since the system ain't, since the system, since the system was launched, the profit doesn't change. In my case, 20 over 30 was 57. 21 over 30, 57. 22 over 30, 57. Profit still the same. Can you clarify? Can you clarify the us? No. Say, can you clarify me? It is you who's not understanding. Eh, it is you who doesn't understand, my brother. That pending collection you see, it is the total amount of money you will receive until your contract ends. It will not increase. If it is 57, it remains 57 until your contract ends. Those who got less days, you got less money. Those of you who got more days, you got more money. Can you explain more on token address and contract address? No. Every token sits on a contract. It's called a contract address. Okay? Maybe you are confusing a wallet address. So this contract, it is a contract address of the token. The token, to find out the details. We are finding out the details about the token. But when we want to find out the details about the business, we copy this contract address of this token and we take it to the Binance Smart Chain network. Find out if it has a business behind it. But not today. I'm tired. Then we use the Binance Smart Chain scanner, this token. But now I'm tired. Is it okay, guys? We put this to an end. If you have learned something, when the project starts, uh, uh, when the project works, it is working. I think the new contract was launched a few days ago, but we can also find this on chain. That move you over, you came from where? Binance Smart Chain scan. Let's find this online. So we shall paste the contract address of the token. Search. There are things people find, but those things 4 days ago. It was created 4 days ago. It is here 4 days ago. So if we want to dig deep into the contract, this is the contract, this is the contract code. We can read the code, but this later. Some of you focus so much on these, but these are easy. Anybody can find the owner. That's the owner's address. The owner, that's the owner's address. The name, I think they are still working on so many stuff here. Okay. They are still working on so many stuffs here. I believe when you come back to check, you'll find so many differences. All right. Okay, guys, have a good day. I wish you all the best. Someone is asking, but which mathematics do you use for amount to be fixed for about 20 days to end 30 days if you receive the same amount? Should I answer this one? No, I'm puzzled. Should I answer this one? But which mathematics do you use? Should I answer this one? Which mathematics do you use for the... My friend, go in peace. Guys, I think that's enough. This one, please go in peace, sir. Yeah. Why does the money... My brother, go and watch this video from the start. I'm tired. Guys, have a good day. I wish you... I think you came late. Those are the first things I tackled. Have a good day. But just to help you understand, the money you have in your, they call it what? Pending collection. The money you have on your pending collection is a prepaid amount. Alan wants to answer you. But I think when I say it is a prepaid amount, it makes sense. It is the money prepaid to you until the contract will end. Yeah. Alan wants to answer. Please, Alan, go ahead. I have allowed you. You can unmute and you answer him. This guy told him go and learn coding. You guys have a good day. You are very annoyed now. But I believe when he goes back to the video, it will give him a better answer. Alan, are you answering him or we call it a day? So back to you. Wish you the best, guys. Thank you for joining through. I'm a little bit exhausted and have a good day. See you later.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Julius, for that. That was amazing. And to everyone who was following right from the beginning up to this far, we meet later in the afternoon, in the evening, sorry. Yes, those who want to go through the session again to understand where you missed, you can visit the YouTube channel at Crypto Ambassadors. Crypto Ambassadors, then you go on the live sessions, you'll find this recording, and do well to share it with your people in the groups so that they can also catch up. Thank you so much once again, Coach Julius, for the amazing sharing, and everyone have a good day. We meet in the evening hours.